Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Fact or Cap Paranormal Files. Uh, Everything's upgraded. Computers here. Shout out to Bert for hooking it up. Was able to get. I won't bore the whole. I won't bore you with the whole story, but basically the computer that I wanted didn't happen, and I was able to buy the computer from Bert for an agreed upon amount, and it was awesome. It was already better and nicer than my old computer. Plus, now you guys don't have to hear the crazy background fan, and hopefully the audio sounds better. I got a new microphone, and hopefully a new camera will be the next upgrade. Get out of the Logitech uh, HD 1080p camera and get something a little bit nicer. Green screen coming soon, and better or some different lighting. I feel like the lighting's been pretty solid, but some different lighting. And yeah, anyways, this is Factor Cap Paranormal Files, a series where we dive into videos of the paranormal type from across the web and decide whether or not they are fact or cap, real or fake. Last episode was a little bit of a disappointment, so I'm hoping that this one's going to be better. We have another one from Nuke's Top 5. This is top 10 scary ghost videos that will make you spell badly. Okay, so let's just go ahead and hop right into it.
When bad things come to those who wait. This next mysterious video was shared to the internet without a source. The footage appears to have been recorded by a CCTV camera inside a restaurant while the staff is finishing up work and cleaning up for the night. What happens next is shocking. A mop and a bucket can be seen sliding across the restaurant floor by itself. But most horrifying of all, some kind of invisible force violently grabs the waitress by her hair and pulls her backwards out of frame. Now, without a source, we don't know what happened next. But I'm imagining lots of screaming and running. Oh,
See, without a source, it makes that video so much less credible. Because I mean, at the first with the bucket, you're kind of like, okay, well, there could be a string, there could be something stuck to it, and maybe whoever walked past, like, it got wrapped in their foot or around their shoe or something. They kind of pulled it. That one's not too crazy. I think that could be explained off. The hair, though, definitely can't. But without a source, without talking to that person, it could be some sort of prank that the restaurant is playing. Like, it could be publicity, it could be an ad to get people to come there. Like we've talked about before, like people will use paranormal videos to bring customers to their bars and hotels and locations because it's a tourist trap. So like we don't know if that's what's going on. It does look pretty crazy though. Like her hair, it looks like something's gripping her hair, like a hand, and just yanking her. But I mean, no source. You just kind of left with like, eh, I don't buy it. I think it's some sort of maybe even like a part of some project movie. There was a lot. Like that's the thing that people don't realize. Like after Paranormal Activity came out, so many people tried to make their own like, found footage paranormal movie. So I don't think it's real.
deer. A couple of young hunters are out scouting the countryside for deer. They search and film through a camera with a long-range lens, when suddenly the hunter catches something that is just weird.
Respond while we're watching them.
All right.
How do you track them?
There's two more black dots. Cody,
How do you turn this on?
You see that?
Oh, what the crap? Is that a guy? What the frick? What the what was that?
He's walking creepy.
Dude, that was a skinwalker. What?
Follow him.
I videoed it. I videoed it. What the frick?
I'm gonna go get my.
That was a skinwalker.
No. What?
Even in the distance and with the bad video quality, it is obvious that some strange, large, misshapen figure seems to be chasing the deer and running at an inhumanly fast speed. The unidentified figure looks humanoid in shape but appears to run on all fours like an animal. The guys are confused and laugh it off, but are baffled by what they just captured. The hunters still have no idea what they filmed to this day. Through the
I mean, I can't tell with the forced perspective if that is like something big or if that's just some dude on like a farm. It's really hard to tell. It also looks kind of weird, like behind the trees. It looks like it's bleeding through the trees, which makes me think that it's edited. I mean, you can see like shadows. It's like casting like a weird shadow too when it's running. See? Like a bigger than it should be shadow. I mean, it's definitely creepy. The reaction makes me think that it's just some dude, like chasing after something, like maybe a dog or a sheep. And just because of how far away it is, it makes it look like it's a lot bigger than it is, but it really isn't. I don't know. I'd like to talk to the dudes who recorded this and kind of be like, because you could, like them laughing and them laughing and
He's walking creepy.
Dude, that was a skinwalker. What?
Follow him.
I videoed it. I videoed it.
because they're like, follow him, follow him. Like, I think that it's just some dude, but the way that he, like, whatever the guy's doing, like, that's just weird and creepy. Like, he shouldn't be there. But I don't think it's actually anything paranormal. I think if it was something creepy, they would not be giggling about it as well. I think maybe they knew that this guy's like around, and there's a truck right here, so I don't think it's anything paranormal.
Through the eyes of a child. Early one evening in Louisiana, Mallory Weber is taking a fun video of her son Cashton when something unexpected happens that absolutely chills her.
Cheese. Cheese. What you doing? What you see? What? What do you see? Who are you saying hi to? Who are you saying hi to? Dude, you need to stop that. You're freaking me out. Come on.
The little boy appears to see someone standing inside Mallory's bedroom. Someone he calls Paw Paw. Freaked out by his behavior, Mallory quickly walks over to the bedroom to look inside. But there's no one there. Baffled by what just happened, she posts her video to TikTok where it quickly spreads and is watched by millions. Her comment section is flooded with questions, so she decides to answer a few in 2 more videos.
There's really not much of a backstory, I'm sorry. I was just videoing him being cute and saying cheese, and then that happened. Never happened before. Both his grandpas are still alive. It's my grandpa and my husband's grandpa that both passed away like a year ago. He did meet both of them. They never lived in my house before. That bedroom was me and my husband's bedroom. I'm trying to think of all the questions because I want to answer all y'all. I don't know. That's about it. This never happened before, so that's why I was telling him to stop, and that it was freaking me out because I didn't know how to respond. It never happened, and it was freaking me out.
Is she like on the verge of crying, or is she just nervous because she's having a viral video pop off in the moment and trying to answer questions? It's almost like she's on the verge of crying.
That's about it. Who's Papa? Papa could be my grandpa or my husband's grandpa, because they both passed the same year.
And does the kid know them as Papa? Like, I mean, he's not that much older, so like, if the grandparents passed away like a couple years ago, like, there's no way he would have known them as Papa.
Both my son's grandpas are both alive. I don't know if you call them grandpas, papas, grandfather, I don't know, but we call them Papa. That's how they are down here. That's what we call them. I hope that answered your question. I don't know.
So could it be that the boy saw the spirit of one of his parents' grandfathers? Or what do you think is going on here? Let me know. In another video,
I mean, that a child's imagination is something of wonders, right? Like, we all know that. I mean, he could have seen the ceiling fan and like a weird shadow and just mimicking words that he's heard. Like, I know that there's a lot of people who think like animals and babies and kids have like this sixth sense or this innate ability to see paranormal, if there is even paranormal. I mean, it's definitely creepy. I mean, if I had a little kid and he is waving to someone in a bedroom when there's no one in the house, like, I'm getting up too. I'm like, babe, what the fuck are you talking to, my guy? Like, you need to wrap that shit up. Her clarifying that Papa is grandpa, like, that is kind of strange. It's a weird one. I mean, that kid definitely saw something. Whether or not it was paranormal, I mean, only he knows. My guess is more shadows, or maybe there's a picture in there and he saw the picture and he's like, Papa, oh, Papa. I don't know. That's a weird one for sure.
this time from Georgia, proud mother Christy is home alone with their 2-year-old son Levi when he too sees something that his mother just can't see.
Where's your favorite place to go? What do you see?
I see something behind her. I see something behind her in a tiny
You see what?
a bad thing.
A bad thing.
A bad thing.
What does it look like?
A ghost.
A ghost?
It's one.
No, there's no ghosts. No ghosts here. Ghosts be gone.
I wanna see behind here. Mommy, clean my room. It's not sad in my room.
It's not scary in your room?
Mm,
Well, you need to stop acting weird.
it's sad here.
It's not scary in here.
I feel everything pulled in the hat.
There's a scary thing floating. Where?
The hat.
Baby, there's nothing there.
Yes, it is.
No, there's not. Stop it. Stop it.
Little Levi appears to see something that he describes to be a quote, bad thing, a quote, ghost, and a quote, scary floating thing. He urges his mother to go to his room where, in his words, it's not scary. After the shock wears off a little, Christy seems to kind of believe him, and she follows her son into his room.
Look, it's kind of Sammy. Clean my room. Try to clean Mommy. Clean my room. Drink is Sammy. Oh, clean my room. Mommy, cover me.
Okay.
Cool. Mommy, cool. Mommy, come here too. It's nothing Sammy.
Nothing scary.
Now, it's worth mentioning that Christy's TikTok page is completely dedicated to cute videos of her son, but none of them have anything to do with the paranormal, except these two. So could little Levi really be seeing a ghost? Something that's scary enough for him to warn his mother and guide her to safety? Let me know what you think. We need scary videos.
I wonder if there's any research done on what chemicals very young children have going on in their brain. The reason why I bring that up is I wonder if that ditraptyltryptamine or whatever it's called, I always butcher the pronunciation. I wonder if there's a flow of it when you're young, and that is why kids and babies and young things seem to see stuff. You know, we know that when we dream and when we die, that chemical in our brain releases, and you see stuff, visions, and you know, past lives, and you know, living a life in the moment. So I wonder if that chemical when you're very young is just kind of going into your brain to kind of mature your thought process a little bit, and maybe that is some of the vision, some of the things kids see, you know, the imagination that they have, and then it dies off at a certain point in, you know, around certain ages. Because that would explain a lot, because that video is very creepy. Obviously, I mean, the lady makes a fuck ton of TikToks about her little kid, and like I said in the previous one, kids' imaginations are wild, right? Maybe he just barely heard about ghosts and his brain's playing tricks on him. I had a couple of those instances when I was a kid that I remember. And looking back on it, it was definitely nothing paranormal, but like when your brain starts getting freaked out, you just want something to freak you out. So I don't know. It's weird. I mean, there's no visual evidence of something paranormal happening. So of course it's not real, but creepy nonetheless.
Videos. So if you see a scary video that you think would be great on the top 5, email us at nukestop5@gmail.com. The Inheritance. This next TikTok user might seem familiar to you as we've featured the beginning of his story on Nuke Stop 5 before. Now Jacob says that he inherited his grandmother's house after she passed away, and he now lives in the old home. While cleaning out his grandmother's belongings, he finds a creepy old antique jester doll. Jacob feels eerily drawn to the strange doll and decides to keep it.
I'm pretty sure we debunked this video pretty heavily when it popped up earlier in a different episode.
Sitting it on top of a bureau in his bedroom. It was a very bad idea. One night, Jacob is woken up by the sound of knocking coming from his bedroom closet.
I just heard knocking from the closet.
Soon after posting this horrifying video, Jacob just sort of disappeared from the internet. Now it's nearly 7 months later, and Jacob is back. He says he's been busy slowly renovating the house and has now moved the jester doll into its own room. Jacob says that for 7 months, nothing really happened. But then late one night, Jacob is again woken up by a strange sound. What happens next is chilling.
I just heard banging.
Jacob hears loud banging coming from the room next to his, the room where he keeps the jester doll. He gets up to investigate but finds nothing out of the ordinary. But then he hears loud footsteps coming up the staircase right behind him. The door to the doll's room slowly swings open, and when he turns around, the doll now seems to be staring at him.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Jacob's absolutely freaked out and decides to move the doll once again, but this time he leaves it all the way down in the basement. After everything that's happened, he decides to buy a security camera to keep an eye on the creepy doll. And that might have been a mistake, because just days after putting the jester doll down in the basement, things start to happen that are absolutely terrifying. Strange shadows can be seen moving around the creepy doll, and TikTok viewers swear that they can see one of the doll's eyes moving. But that's not all that Jacob's security camera captures. What happens next is pure nightmare fuel. The doll's arm moves by itself just before the basement light bulb shatters. Then in a later video, the camera is pushed over without explanation. Jacob now believes he might have inherited a seriously haunted house and doll, and is getting increasingly more freaked out as each night passes. He doesn't want the doll anywhere near him and will continue to keep it in the basement. You can follow Jacob's paranormal captures over on his TikTok page, The Clown Doll 5. What wait?
So, first off, I recently had some coffee, and it's 3:30 in the morning. I know, dumb idea. And goddamn it, every single time I have coffee late and then start recording these videos, it just amplifies it for some reason. I'm so paranoid right now. Oh, fuck. I was watching that video and I'm sitting here, I'm like, is there shit in my room? Is there things watching? Okay, lot to unpack here. So first and foremost, let's go back up here to this video. Easily faked. So the original video was exactly that. Like, he walked out of his room, heard some shit, came back, and the doll was now looking at him, right? I believe that my guess at it was there was someone in the room who just came over, adjusted the doll's head, like, you know, nothing too crazy. Still very creepy though. I was unaware that he had a TikTok that is just dedicated to this clown, so it's definitely content creation, is my guess. Which, you know what? This video right here, fucking really good. Really, really, really good content. Like, I don't think it's paranormal at all, but it is a creepy ass environment. The doll is as creepy as could be. The way, like, he kind of has a formula that you can tell he's following, right? Wake up, put the heavy breathing in, be scared. You know, you live in a loud house with echoing hallways. It's perfect for some paranormal. You know, someone could just be in the room. We don't really get more than just that. I think it's content creation. As far as the downstairs video goes, I don't really see the eye moving. I see more like distortion in the camera. Shadows, he could be down there. I don't really know about the shadows. But yeah, I think that's just distortion on the camera. And then obviously his hand moving could be wind gust from upstairs coming down to the basement, like a door opening or a door closing. There could be a string system. There could be a pulley system. As far as the light goes, he could have just switched the light off for the night. Like, or ran down there, smacked the camera. Like, I'm pretty positive if, like, I'm going out on there and saying that he's just making some content. And it's good. Like, it's not like I don't ever, I mean, I think it sucks that there's so many people who pass stuff off as attempting to be real paranormal, which we don't even really know what that means. It's just there's too much like factors for me to think it's real, right? It's like, oh, it's a creepy house. Oh, it's a creepy doll. Oh, it's dark and gloomy and the atmosphere is creepy. Like, it's like watching a fucking a creepypasta. It's like it's too good to be true. Like, I don't buy it, but it is still very creepy.
What waits below? Paranormal investigators Jeff, Phil, and Mark from the YouTube channel Ghost Tech Paranormal Investigations
Seen them a
explore
lot.
the Kelvin and Hatch nuclear bunker in England. In the early 1950s, the bunker was built 125 feet underground and was intended to be the center of operations for the UK if there was ever a nuclear attack. The entrance to the massive structure is hidden inside an otherwise very normal-looking cottage in the middle of nowhere and surrounded by woods. Visitors and staff have often reported seeing multiple apparitions inside the bunker walls. An old lady is often seen wandering the hallways. A female Royal Air Force officer in uniform is said to appear and shout at visitors to get out. And finally, a male officer known as Charles allegedly wanders the areas on the second floor. The bunker was decommissioned in 1992 and is now a museum. The Ghost Tech Paranormal Investigations team plans to spend the entire night underground in the bunker as they attempt to capture evidence of the alleged ghostly sightings. Now, the Kelvedon bunker has 3 levels, and the investigators find themselves on the top floor passing through the dormitories. On a previous investigation of the Kelvedon Hatch nuclear bunker, lead investigator Jeff says that he experienced a completely unnerving paranormal experience in this very room.
So we've watched these guys quite a bit. Sorry to kind of pause you right on that dramatic stuff. They do have in my eyes, they have a good track record of not purposely faking stuff. I think that they identify stuff improperly, but I don't think that they're faking stuff.
Bloody hell, Jeff. You alright? That made you jump.
I got touched on my arm. What? In there. Right next. Hello?
Hello?
Did you just touch me?
And now, years later, Jeff and his team are back again, alone inside the same dormitory room and in pitch black darkness once again. The guys do their investigation and then decide to leave the dorms. But it did not go well.
We finished the session in the dormitories, and as we try to leave, the door will not open, as if it's been held from the other side. I try to open the door, pulling as hard as I can, but the door will not open.
Who's holding that door?
Can we come out, please? We want to come out now. Thank you.
That's fucking weird.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that door now.
The dormitory exit door seems to be held shut by some unknown force. But then, after a polite request, it suddenly just opens with ease. Jeff says that it felt like someone was holding the door shut on the other side. Now, this is where things take a very creepy turn. After a long night of investigating, the team heads off to bed. Bill is preparing to lay down inside the dormitories when, unbeknownst to him, their static camera captures something chilling.
Phil arranges his bed. There is no one else on this level at this time. And as he climbs into his bunk bed, a figure which moves at great speed passes the window at the far end. You can see the dark hair and a white shirt as it passes by.
An unknown figure passes by the same door that was held shut by something earlier. The Ghost Tech team says that no one else was on this floor at this time, and the entrance to the bunker was locked shut. Also, it goes without saying that this small dark-haired figure certainly doesn't look like any of the Ghost Tech team. So just who or what is this? You can watch this investigation with even more spooky moments over on the YouTube channel, Ghost Tech Paranormal Investigations. Misfire.
It sucks that I said anything because that doorknob thing is kind of dumb. Because I just... I don't like when it just seems so written and forced. It's just hard for me to buy it. You know? Like it just... There's never been in any of my real life experiences, there's never been anything that's just that good. Well, no, there's been one, but you know, something like that, like asking out loud. I'm sorry, sorry, the coffee's wearing off a little bit. My brain's coming back to normal, but like you would put, if that happened, you would put a camera in that hallway, right? And we didn't see anything out in that hallway, so it's not hard to think that there's just someone out there holding it, or he's just pretending to pull it because we can't see it. If the doorknob would have moved by itself and then he swung it open, I'd be like, for sure, that's paranormal. And then same with whatever's walking past the window. Like, you make me now question the authenticity of the door thing, so I have to question the authenticity of this apparition, because it does move quick and it is creepy. But who's to say that that's not someone who's in this bunker, you know, working or living or whatever? Like, they claim that there's no one there, but you can't 100% prove that. I don't know. I take back my statement about them, sadly.
Fire. Nuke's Top 5 viewer Luke Hosea reached out to me about a very strange event that took place in broad daylight on the street in front of his home in Leicestershire, England. The spooky and baffling moment was caught by his family's CCTV camera.
No, it's not showing anything. I mean, it's not a very clear picture because there's lights quite shining on it.
bizarre
weird.
bright light that resembles fire seems to appear out of nowhere behind the cars. Luke says that neither he or his family have any idea what these strange fireballs could be. There are no electrical lines and no telephone lines running above this particular area. So I leave it up to you. What do you think this strange ball of light is? I'm stumped, so let me know.
Huh.
The waving woman.
That's kind of weird, yeah?
Or his family have any
Huh. Is that ball lightning? Is that actual ball lightning? That's weird, man. I don't know what the fuck that is. Because it almost looks like it's on like the windshield perspective wise, right? Yeah, like it's like it's on the car. Is there someone in this car? Okay, hold on. Let's slow her down here. I want to see where it starts. So, it almost looks, because we can't tell if there's people in this car or not. It almost looks like there's, like it's coming out of like the passenger's backside, like the rear passenger. Because it looks like it starts here first, right? Like it goes out, like poof. So I mean, is it? Oh, but it'd be weird. Like he's saying that it's someone's CCTV footage, and you would know whose car it is if it's, you know, a neighbor, and what that would be. Because like my first thought was like, and I know this is silly, but my first thought was like, could it be someone with like some sort of flamethrower? Like I know I'm not talking like a World War II flamethrower, but like, you know, like an Elon Musk flamethrower thing, or like someone have like Axe body spray and a lighter, and they're just like shooting shit or gasoline and spitting fire. But it'd be so random, and that would be like, oh, I don't know what the fuck that is. It definitely looks like it starts from the car. Like right here. Right? Like you can almost see like from here and then like out. That's why I think it's like some sort of thing in the car. But the other side of that is this could be on like this like part right here could potentially be on like on the windshield, and it's just something like appearing. Man, when you slow it down, there's something there, isn't there? You guys see that? Oh, someone's face is right there. Hello. Like, watch, okay? We're going to run it again. When he zooms in is when we'll talk about it. Zoom in. Okay, something pops up, right? You saw that, right? So it restarts. Something starts right here. Yeah, right there. And then poof. Big thing. But like, look. When the major light is away, like, what is this? That smoke? Because it restarts. Like, what is that? And then just boom, gone. Huh. I'm just trying to rack my brain on. I couldn't. Dude, I have no idea. I have no idea what that could be. That's weird.
Luke says that neither he or his family have any idea what these strange fireballs could be. There are no electrical lines and no telephone lines running above this particular area. So I leave it up to you. What do you think this strange ball of light is? I'm stumped, so let me know. The Waving Woman. Paranormal investigators Pete and Dan from the YouTube channel Night Watchers Paranormal Australia set out to investigate the allegedly haunted Mapleton Cemetery in Australia. The story goes that over the years, many people have witnessed the eerie apparition of a woman crossing the road next to the cemetery. They say that the mysterious woman waved at them and then seemed to disappear right before their eyes. Dan and Pete began their investigation by setting up 2 static cameras, one recording in night vision mode. As the investigators are still deploying several motion sensors around the graveyard, their night vision camera captures something truly bizarre. A dark shadow-like figure can be seen quickly darting from right to left across the cemetery grounds. Now, whatever it is, the figure is dense enough that it actually blocks out the light of Pete and Dan's flashlight as it passes right behind them. The 2 investigators don't hear or see anything at the time, and they only discover what they captured later when reviewing their footage. So could it be that the mysterious waving woman made an appearance? Or let me know what you think this is. You can watch this entire investigation and many more over on...
To me, it seems like there's either, if this is their flashlight or maybe a ground light, it looks like someone just walks past it. Like, because you would see the shadow here. It doesn't wrap around this big tree, but you see it come around this side and then disappear right here, which would be out of the perspective of the light.
Right behind them. The 2 investigators don't hear or see anything. Mysterious waving woman made an appearance? Or let me know what you think.
Yeah, I don't think that that's a waving woman. I think that's just their shadows.
This is. You can watch this entire investigation and nothing in investigation and let me know. Australia. Danvers State Hospital. So these next 2 videos were posted to YouTube a long time ago, and nothing in either video was intended to show anything supernatural. In fact, both videos were posted by urban explorers who have never posted a single paranormal video, ever. But some sharp-eyed Nuke's Top 5 viewers watched these videos and noticed something strange that was missed. The first video was sent in by Nuke's Top 5 viewer Macy Asher. The video was recorded way back in 2003 by a guy named Dave who was filming inside the infamous old Danvers State Hospital. The Danvers Hospital was an insane asylum built back in 1874. Eventually, it was discovered that patients were being subjected to horrible treatment and abuse at the hands of the hospital staff. Danvers State Hospital was closed and abandoned in the 1990s. It goes without saying that the huge empty structure was said to be extremely haunted. So Dave is exploring the basement while recording everything on an old analog camcorder. Dave doesn't know it, but he captures something truly bizarre. Did you see it? A dark figure can be seen moving inside a doorway.
Definitely his
Now,
shadow.
Dave has never said that what was captured was anything paranormal. In fact, he's never even saw the figure. And the footage is over 20 years old.
Just his shadow.
But a watchful Nuke's Top 5 viewers spotted this creepy figure, and I'm not sure what it is. Could it be that Dave accidentally captured the spirit of a Danvers Hospital patient? We'll never know, because Danvers Hospital was torn down in 2007 and replaced by luxury apartments. Seems like a scary place to live. School spirit.
I think that was just his own shadow being like the light was. Is this the most replayed thing? The light is clearly coming at him, right? Lights here, so that would be his shadow from the light in the back. Huh, that's disappointing.
A Danvers Hospital captured
Like,
was
that's
spotted in
obvious.
luxury apartment. Ely, who together with his brother used to explore abandoned places in North Carolina and upload their footage to YouTube. But since then, Ethan has moved away from home, so no more exploring. One night, Ethan is feeling a bit nostalgic about the old explorations with his brother and takes a look back at their old videos. In a video where he is exploring an abandoned 1950s middle school, he spots something that he had never noticed before. Did you see it? At the end of a hallway, a dark figure can be seen stepping out of a doorway and then disappearing right back inside. Ethan explains that he and his brother explored every single inch of the building that day, and they didn't find any squatters or homeless people in the building. So he has no idea who or what this could be. Hell's Kitchen.
I mean, that's pretty creepy. But usually if it is someone squatting, like, they're probably got some spots to hide, which would be my guess. Because they didn't notice someone was there. When they did, they just kind of backed up and went to wherever they knew was going to be hidden. It's a giant school, man. It wouldn't be hard to avoid people there. The only thing is, though, is it does look like her head just kind of comes out of nowhere. Right? Like, so we're looking... Go back. Right here. Like, you can see... Hold on. Let's slow her down here. So you can see it come out. Like, you can almost see the body fully formed. Show it again, please. Okay. See, like, you can almost see the... Yeah, that comes out of nowhere. That isn't walking out. That's pretty creepy. That just gave me the chills. Like, nothing is there. Like, you can kind of see something right there forming. and then full apparition. And then it looks like it looks back at him. Huh. That's a weird one. Because, like, if it was someone squatting, like, I'm still holding strong on that. It's a giant school. If someone was living there, you know that they would know where they would need to go hide when people show up, right? But there's definitely something there, and it doesn't look like it walks out of the current spot. There's nothing there, boom. Something's there, but it's not fully formed. And then it almost kind of just fully becomes there. I mean, that could be just lighting. It definitely could be lighting. Glare on the camera with the natural light from outside. And then they just get there. I mean, obviously it could be edited, but... I like that one. Let me know what you guys think of that one as well. That's an interesting one. Whoa. Did I put that on? Oh. Seemed like it was going really fast.
This next spooky video from Krugersdorp, South Africa was shared to Reddit by user Puzzleheaded Snow 23. The footage shows a woman taking a tour through an empty apartment, recording each room as she goes. But it seems that there might be something else inside the apartment with her. Did you see it? An unidentified figure can be seen walking through a door and just passing through the kitchen. Reddit user Puzzleheaded Snow 23 claims that the filmer didn't notice whoever or whatever this is. So is this strange footage proof of the paranormal? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide.
I'm going to say hoax. Like, there's no way you don't see that. Like, they were staring right at it. I think that was done in post.
Reddit user Puzzleheaded Snow 23 claims that the filmer didn't notice whoever or whatever this is. So is this strange footage proof of the paranormal? Or is it all...
Yeah, if that really happened, you're for sure being like, who the fuck is in this house right now? Like, there's no... Yeah. We're going cap. We're closing out with a cap. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching.
Just also hit the little bell notification icon so you never miss a video.
Go show Nuke's Top 5 some love. Make sure you sub to him. Making some of the best compilation paranormal videos on the whole entire platform. I appreciate you guys staying until the end. Those who did, hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.